Welcome to this lecture for field theory. In previous lecture, we have studied the definition and examples of separable extension. The extension E of F, the extension field E of the field F is called separable extension if every element alpha belongs to E. Each element alpha belongs to E is algebraic over F and each alpha belongs to E is separable over F. Means minimal polynomial for alpha over F has all roots, distinct roots. Then E will be separable extension for the field F. What is meant by separable element? Alpha element belongs to the field E called separable element over the field F if minimal polynomial for alpha is separable. That means minimal polynomial for alpha has all distinct roots. This is what the definition of separable extension. We solve one example. Let E be an extension of field F and alpha belongs to E be algebraic over F. Given that alpha is an element of the extension field E which is algebraic over F, then alpha is separable over F if and only if f of alpha is separable extension of f. If we assume f of alpha is separable extension of f, if f of alpha is separable extension of f, then by definition of separable extension, every element of this extension field is separable over f. Then alpha belongs to f alpha is separable over field f. Because of what? Definition of separable extension. Conversely, if alpha is separable over f over field f, then we have to prove f of alpha is separable extension of f. Then our claim is f of alpha is separable extension of f. What is meant by separable extension of f? Every element of this field f of alpha is separable over the field f. That is, if we consider beta belongs to the field f of alpha, then to show beta is separable over field f. This is what our claim. Suppose we have the tower of extension of field f of alpha is the extension of the field f, and we are considering beta element of the field f of alpha. Beta belongs to this field which is extension of f, namely f of alpha. As beta belongs to this field, there is one subfield of this field f of alpha. F of alpha is extension of f that contains the element beta. So f of alpha contains a subfield that is generated by beta over f. That is, f of alpha contains f of beta as a subfield, and that subfield is in between f and f of alpha. F of alpha contains f of beta contains f. Means beta is element of f of alpha, and hence the subfield of f of alpha generated by beta over f is subfield of f of alpha. Also it contains f, hence it contains f as a subfield. Let P1x be minimal polynomial for beta over f, because this is the extension, f of beta is the extension of field f, P1x be the minimal polynomial for beta over f. Why? Because E is an extension of field F and alpha belongs to E be algebraic. This alpha belongs to this upper field, that is algebraic over F. That means this F of alpha is algebraic extension of F. So the middle field F of beta is also algebraic extension of F. Hence, if it contains the element beta, then it will be of algebraic over the field F. So it has some minimal polynomial. Assume that minimal polynomial as P1x, that is a minimal polynomial for beta over F, and has m distinct roots. Suppose this polynomial P1x has n distinct roots. Then by using this theorem, F be a field sigma from F to L, where L is algebraically closed field. If we consider L is algebraically closed field, then the extension, the embedding sigma from F to L can be extended to the embedding from F of beta to L, extended to F of beta. Why this is happening? Because of this theorem. This is what the theorem, we proved this theorem also in some previous lecture. F be a field and sigma from F to L be an embedding, means one homomorphism of F to an algebraically closed field L. That is, this sigma is an embedding from F to L, where L is algebraically closed field. Means what? There are no proper algebraic extensions for the field L. Let E is equal to F of alpha, E be a simple extension, be an algebraic extension of F. We know that every finite extension is algebraic extension. Algebraic extension of F, then sigma can be extended to embedding eta from E to L, where E is extension, where E is an extension of the field F, E equal to F of alpha. Then sigma can be extended, sigma can be extended to an embedding eta from E to L. And initially sigma is an embedding from F to L, where L is algebraically closed field. And number of such extensions, how many etas are exist? Number of such extensions is equal to number of distinct roots of minimal polynomial for alpha. Here we have sigma from F to L is an embedding. There is one extension field of F, that is F of beta, which is algebraic extension, and that extension contains the element beta. So if we consider minimal polynomial for beta as P1x, which has m, sigma is an embedding from F to L, where L is algebraically closed field, and F beta is extension field of F. Here E equal to F of alpha be extension field of F. Then the element of F of beta is what? Beta. If beta have minimal polynomial P1x having m roots which are distinct roots, then this embedding sigma from F to L can be extended to F of beta. That means we form new embeddings of sigma, where sigma is from F to L, then sigma can be extended to sigma 1 from F of beta to L. Again we get another embedding, that is sigma 2 from F of beta to L. How many such embeddings are possible? There are m embeddings possible. There are m such extensions because of this theorem. Hence we have sigma can be extended to F of beta, and there are m such such extensions are possible. Suppose that extensions are sigma 1, sigma 2 up to sigma n. Let sigma 1, sigma 2 up to sigma n be extensions of sigma to f of beta. That means what? Each sigma I is an extension from f of beta to L, where L is algebraically closed field. The element alpha belongs to f of alpha. F of alpha contains the element alpha. Let alpha belongs to f of alpha, and as alpha, what is our assumption? We have assumed that alpha is separable over the field f. Means minimal polynomial for alpha over f is separable. That means minimal polynomial for alpha over f has all distinct roots. But we considered the middle field in f of alpha and f, that is f of beta. So if alpha belongs to f of alpha and p2x be minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta. If p2x is a minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta, then what is this degree of extension? F of alpha over f of beta. What is this? This is equal to degree of minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta. But what is minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta? That is p2x. And this is equal to number of extensions of sigma to f of beta. If suppose this p2x is a minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta and is of degree n. Here we have to mention the degree of p2x. p2x be the minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta of degree n. Okay, p2x has degree n, then degree of p2x is what? N, and it is equal to, by this theorem, by the same theorem, the sigma which is automorphism or which is embedding from f to L can be extended from f to f of beta, and number of such extensions sigma to f of beta. Which are that extensions? We have extended sigma from f to L by sigma i's from f of beta to L. Okay, and the I varies from 1 to m, 1 less than or equal to I, less than or equal to m, because px, p1x has all m distinct roots and p1x is the minimal polynomial for beta. Now we have p2x the minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta. So this extension, these are embeddings from f of beta to L, these are again extended to the another extensions, namely sigma ij, and that extensions will from f of alpha to L. The sigma ij are extensions from f of alpha to L. Because of what? This tower of extension. F contained in f of beta is contained in f of alpha. Element beta belongs to f of beta, has minimal polynomial p1x which has m distinct roots, hence we have, there are m distinct embeddings that are extensions of sigma to f of beta. Again we have element alpha belongs to f of alpha. Alpha belongs to f of alpha. If alpha have minimal polynomial p2x of degree n, then we can again extend this embedding from f of beta to L to the upper field, that is f of beta to L. This extension is from f of alpha to L. And how many such extensions are possible? By this theorem, there are n such extensions because P2x has degree n. Also we know one more thing, that if the field Q joining root, for example, Q root 2 root 3 contains the subfield Q root 2 contains the field Q. See, root 2 is separable over Q. Why? Because minimal polynomial for root 2 is x square minus 2. This belongs to Q. This is what? The minimal polynomial for root 2. If we consider alpha is equal to square root 2 belongs to this field, then it has minimal polynomial x square minus 2 belongs to Q. It is separable polynomial because it has two distinct roots, namely plus root 2 and minus root 2. Hence it is separable. Therefore alpha is separable over Q. Also alpha is separable over the middle field between Q and Q root 2 root 3. Alpha is separable over Q. Also alpha is over Q root 2 will be x minus square root 2. The minimum polynomial for alpha over Q root 2 is x minus root 2, which has only one root, that is square root 2. Hence it is distinct. By trivially it is a distinct root. Therefore root 2 belongs to Q root 2 root 3 is separable over Q. Also it is separable over Q root 2. Here we have three fields. F of alpha contains f of beta contains f. It is given that alpha belongs to f of alpha is separable over field f. We have assumed that f of alpha belongs to f of alpha is separable over the field f. Hence it is separable over the field f of alpha. Therefore if P2x is a minimal polynomial for alpha over the middle field f of beta, then it is also separable. Hence P2x has degree n, then there are n extensions are possible for this embedding, that is from f beta to L. By this theorem, degree of P2x is equal to number of extensions of sigma I to the field f of beta. That is, we are extending these embeddings to another embeddings called that by sigma ij, and that will be from f of alpha to L. And these are n in number because degree of P2x is n. So P2x has n distinct roots because alpha is separable over f, hence it is separable over f of alpha. Therefore P2x is minimal polynomial for alpha over f beta, which is separable, hence it has n distinct roots. Hence the number of extensions of sigma I to f of alpha is equal to, how many extensions are there? N extensions. Okay, and we are considering where sigma ij are extensions of the embeddings sigma I for 1 less equal j less equal n and 1 less equal I less than or equal to n. Again, if we consider P3x be minimal polynomial for alpha over f over f. If P3x is a minimal polynomial for alpha over f, then what will be the degree of extension of f of alpha over f? Then the degree of extension of f of alpha over f is equal to the degree of minimal polynomial for alpha over f, degree of P3 of x. This is equal to the number of extensions of sigma to f of alpha. Initially we have extended sigma from f to L by m weights. Then we have extended this sigma I to sigma ij by n weights. So from sigma to sigma ij, from the field f to f of alpha, there are m into n such extensions are possible, because I varies from 1 to m and j varies from 1 to n. Therefore, there are m into n such extensions are possible. Why? Because these extensions are sigma ij. Since sigma ij are m into n in number. Now consider this tower of field, and using dimension theorem, degree of extension f of alpha over f is equal to the degree of extension f of alpha over f of beta into degree of extension of f of beta over f. This left side is degree of extension of f of alpha over f, which is equal to number of extensions of the embeddings from f to f of alpha, and that are sigma ij, which are mn in number. Hence this degree of extension is m into n. This is left side is m into n. The degree of extension of f of alpha over f of beta is n, because alpha belongs to f of alpha is separable over the middle field between f and f of alpha, that is f of beta. That is, alpha belongs to f of alpha is separable over the field f of beta, and hence this degree of extension is degree of P2 of x, which is minimal polynomial for alpha over f of beta, is equal to number of extensions of sigma I to f of alpha. We have extended sigma I to sigma ij by n weights. Hence this is equal to n. Using that value here, n into what is this? The degree of extension of f of beta over f. What is this? Degree of minimal polynomial for f of beta. But which is minimal polynomial for f of beta? That is P1x. These m and n are positive integers, hence n is cancelled. This gives degree of P1 of x is equal to m. What is P1 of x? That is degree of minimal polynomial for beta over f is equal to m. Initially we have assumed that P1x has m distinct roots, and now P1x has degree m, hence all the roots of P1x are distinct roots. Because P1x has degree m, just now we have proved. Also by previous assumption, P1x have m distinct roots, hence degree of P1x and number of roots for the polynomial P1x both are equal, hence all roots should be distinct roots. This implies all the roots. Why all the roots are distinct? This implies number of roots of P1x is same as degree of polynomial P1x, implies all the roots of polynomial P1x are distinct. That is, P1x is separable polynomial. By definition, P1x is separable polynomial for beta over f. What we assumed? We assumed that beta belongs to f of alpha. Beta belongs to f of alpha is any element, and we proved now beta is separable over the field F, implies f of alpha is separable extension of the field F. That is what we have to prove. We assume that this statement is true. Alpha is separable over F, and we proved f of alpha is separable extension of F. F of alpha is separable extension of F.